Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Aquarius June 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is as far as June goes, the Sun will be in Gemini from the 1st until the 21st, so the 5th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on romance, love, amusement, fun, enjoyment, sports, hobbies, creative endeavors, children, gambling, even speculation, investing, and even personal popularity. Now, given this is Gemini energy, it may be done with a lot of animation, a lot of audaciousness and spirited energy, but also perhaps in a lot of perhaps even cheerfulness as well. But it may also, looking at this, it might be done with a lot of diversification and a lot of superficiality. So Gemini energy is not the most persistent energy in the world, unlike Taurus, which of course is. Now, in some cases, this could shine a light, so to speak, on a Gemini love interest. It could be a Gemini Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Gemini characteristics. It could also, you might have that eye, so to speak, on two lovers at this time, in some cases, if you are unattached Aquarius. So anyway, well, next thing up is the Sun will be in Cancer as far as June goes, from the 21st until the 30th. So the 6th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on the daily routine, health, an aunt, an uncle, service, employment, work, pets, hygiene, diet, and even worry in some cases. Now, given that this is Cancerian energy, it may be done with a lot of nurturing energy, a lot of care, a lot of sensitivity, a lot of diligence and tenacity. This could also be with a lot of emotional energy, perhaps, as well. Now, in some cases, this may shine a light, so to speak, on a Cancerian health-related issue, such as something with the chest, the breast, or the stomach. It could also be, in some cases, given that the Sun rules the left or the right eye, depending on gender, it could be some issue with the left or right eye, which could be kind of like one of those moody type Cancerian issues. So anyway, it might be causing some emotional distress in some cases, given that we are talking about Cancerian energy. So anyway, well, the next thing up is there will be a new moon in Gemini on June 3rd. So at this time, the 5th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, this could be the start of a Gemini love or romantic connection if you are unattached Aquarius. It could be a new Gemini child in some cases, and of course, if a child is born at this time, it will be Gemini Sun and Moon anyway. This could also be the beginning of diversified investing in manifold things. It could be the beginning of a Gemini hobby. It could be something with trivia or something that tests your cerebral ability, or some mentally challenging game. It could be something like Sudoku or Haiku, or playing Mastermind. Anything that could be Tetris, anything that could be like a Gemini type of game or hobby, or even a start of a Gemini type sport, such as something that involves quick reflexes and quick responses, something like badminton, table tennis, ping pong, even volleyball, I would think would fall into that. Now, also, you might find yourself at this time beginning writing creatively, with a lot of diction and eloquence, and speaking in a very articulate manner in the process. Now, anyway, well, the next thing up is there will be a full moon in Sagittarius on June 17th, so the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, now in some cases, this could be about the completion or culmination of a Sagittarius type goal or aspiration, such as something with sports, religion, the law, philosophy. Maybe it had something to do with some kind of target practicing, or something that, or darts, anything that involved a target, archery. This could also be the end in some cases of a Sagittarius friendship. It could be with a Sagittarius sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Sagittarius characteristics, or even an acquaintance. It could be a time where you might become somewhat tired, full, exasperated at an overly self-righteous, foolhardy, reckless, over-exuberant, even over-optimistic or flighty friend or an acquaintance. It could be somebody in a group, club, or organization. Now, in some cases too, this could be about the revelation or unveiling of something, perhaps of some warped philosophy, or somebody that might be a religious fanatic. That could be somebody in some group, club, or organization, or it could be a friend, an acquaintance. And it might also be about the ending of some philosophy that might have been inhibiting your future. So just being overly pessimistic, putting a damper on things, something like that. Or maybe just finding out that veritable truth about something 11th house related, such as something with a friend or an acquaintance. So, I mean, those are some ways that this could manifest. It could also be about putting a lot of full, exuberant, and enthusiastic and expansive energy into your future. It could be into maybe increasing connections on social media or social networking. Anyway, next thing up is Mercury will be in Gemini as far as June goes, from the 1st until the 4th. So the 5th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, in some cases, this could be about having a lot of rambling conversations, perhaps with lovers, with children. It could be talking, also communicating about manifold investments and things of a speculative nature. As I've talked about previously, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Gemini characteristics that might figure more prominently in your investments. It could be attaining personal popularity, your love life, your matters with children at this time, maybe even things connected with fun, amusement, and enjoyment. Could also be about a lot of creative writing at this time, and maybe even playing games that require quick wittedness, quick thinking, and cerebral ability, the ability to outmaneuver the opponent. So, anyway, could also be a time, if you're unattached Aquarius, that you might get involved with some mercurial or younger lover at this time. So anyway, also could manifest in inquisitive neighbors about maybe prying into your love, your romantic life at this time. So anyway, next thing up, Mercury will be in Cancer, so as far as June goes, from the 4th until the 26th. So the 6th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. It could be a time where you might find yourself communicating about a Cancerian illness, such as something with the breast, the chest, the stomach. Could also be about a lot of reminiscing in matters connected with your work, and maybe even contemplating matters regarding your health, your work, your employment at this time, maybe service you might be rendering for others. Could also be, in some cases, again, Mercury can also be about siblings. It could be about Cancerian siblings. It could be Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or ones that embody Cancer traits that might figure more prominently in your daily routine. It could be matters with your work, your health, employment, your service, and they might even be causing, in some cases, some worrying as well. Now, a lot of that could be predicated and dependent on aspects of snakes to points in your chart. Now, Saturn could be a great harbinger of fear and worry, so say if it makes an adverse aspect to your natal Saturn, they might be figuring prominently in your worry, maybe even causing some despondency as well. It could also be a time where you might be thinking about nurturing your health and even writing perhaps about the past, which might be tied into your employment or work. So anyway, Also could manifest maybe some moody or temperamental breathing issues as well, since we're talking about Mercury and the 6th house of health. Anyway, next thing is Mercury will be in Leo as far as June goes, from the 26th until the 30th. So the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Hold on a moment, people. Well, anyway, this could manifest in some cases about dominating conversations with a grandmother, significant other, others in general. It could even be about arrogant, egotistical thinking. Justin could be business partnership situations, legal matters, lawsuits, thinking that maybe, well, there's no way I can lose, being overly cocksure, for example. Also could be about doing creative thinking, perhaps collaborating with others, such as a creative writing project. And also, again, Mercury can be about siblings. This could be about Leo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Leo characteristics. It might figure more prominently in your relationships. It could be business partnership situations. It could be lawsuit issues, dealing with open adversaries, open enemies. Anything that could be 7th house related matters with a grandmother perhaps. And it could also be about communication, about Leo business partnership situations, perhaps something like with cardiology, entertainment, creativity, sports, children, games. And it could be that Leo neighbors might wind up being open adversaries at this time as well, but also a lot of self-assurance and confidence in your thinking in dealing with legal opponents or open enemies at this time. Last but not least, Venus will be in Taurus as far as June goes, from the 1st until the 9th. So the 4th house is what we emphasized and highlighted. At this time, this could manifest perhaps in spending conservatively in the latter part of your life. It could be about love of peace and tranquility in the home, having nice and quiet times. I should know something about this, being a Taurus rising. Also, perhaps being enamored with and loving Taurus qualities at the core, such as stallness, calmness, composure, being stable, loyal, steadfast, trustworthy, persistence, being patient. Also, it's about people close to home at this time. Really at this time, about really showing that strong, unbridled, and very persistent love toward them as well. And it could also be about enjoying persistence in getting to your roots, in touch with your roots and ancestry. You might be spending some money in doing so as well. And also perhaps the love of Taurus traditions, such as maybe geology, creature comforts, architecture, agriculture, and art. And also, too, if you're unattached at this time, this could be about a Taurus relationship. It could be a Taurus Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that embodies Taurus characteristics that might figure very prominently in your home life, maybe your latter part of your life, and really perhaps someone you're going to feel very close to home with. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Aquarius June 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. Stay tuned next time, where I'll be giving you my Aquarius June 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel, but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.